Previously on the Traveling Together Journal, we continued our way south, crossing the border from Guatemala to El Salvador, then headed up to Parque Nacional El Imposible to camp and hike in the steep mountains of northern El Salvador. We came across some interesting animals that we had never seen before and some incredible views of the rugged mountainous landscape all the way down to the Pacific Ocean.
And we have had a really warm welcome. The owners of Cocolito campground that we're at, beautiful spot, right on the beach, tons of shade, hooked us up with electricity, so
and they gave us coconuts.
And they gave us coconuts to drink. Really nice. Yeah, really great spot.
We found more swell than expected in February in El Salvador, but we also found some strong currents that were making it tough to find the good waves amongst the closeouts at this spot. But the local pelicans were still managing some good rides. And the fishermen obviously had the place dialed, as they took their boat out through some treacherous conditions to go make a living. Playa Cocolito is beautiful, but we decided to move on in hopes of finding a beach that was making better use of this swell.
Alright, we arrived in Zonte and we are camped at this hostel that has a really crazy long name, so I'm not even gonna try to say it. We're camped in the parking lot, but the grounds are pretty sweet. They've got a restaurant, they've got a hostel, they've got some beautiful grassy lawns, like a hammock chill out spot. They've got pool, and Matt's just getting the solar panels hooked up.
You want to use this restaurant tonight?
Maybe.
That's a bit of menu.
¿Cómo está? Sí, bien. Great view.
Yeah. Gracias.
Gracias. These are some tasty looking fries. Look at that. Fresh cut. Yum, 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 yum. How is it, Matt? El Salvador uses the US dollar, and we're from the United States. So it seems as though if something was like priced, say, our hamburgers at $6, it would be easy for us to be like, oh yeah, that's a good price, or no, that's not a good price. But it's actually really confusing. And it's just as confusing to go back to the US dollar for us as it has been to go from quetzales in Guatemala or the Belizean dollar. I'm very detached from our currency, and I'm detached from like what things are supposed to be costing. I mean, it's all relative, really. If the restaurant down the road charges $4 or $10 for a hamburger, that's how you tell whether it's a good price or not. Do you have any words on this subject, Matt?
The fries are good.
our friends, Warren and Ivana, that we met in San Pedro for some beers, are meeting us here today. So that's really exciting. It's nice to have friends, because even though we have each other, like, I guess you just desire other human connections, and more than just like, hi, how are you doing? Where are you from? And like, how long are you traveling for? And then bye.
El Zonte proved to be a hip little beach town with a few local shops and restaurants to choose from. They had murals on the walls, birds in the trees, and cows in the streets. They even had a little surf shop that would open whenever the owner was done surfing. The locals knew how to relax, and Jagger assimilated well. Of course, no surf town is complete without its wave.
Alright, we were told about a little local restaurant up around the corner from the hostel we're staying at that's supposed to have pupusas?
Something like that.
Yeah, they were described as maíz, which is corn flour, and kind of like a little pancake thing, top and bottom. So I think like an empanada with stuff inside. So I think it's like a corn empanada. At least that's my take on it before having one or seeing one. That's the cheese. Este queso, eh?
Sí, queso.
The only thing they had available from their menu was the cheese version, so we just got one each to try it out. And then this is cabbage with carrots and a little bit of jalapeno, kind of into a coleslaw. And it's actually pretty tasty. The Matt's now that it's cooled off, turning it into a little cabbage burrito. How's the pupuso?
It's good.
Gracias. We left Zonte, but we are rich with two friends right now. And we just headed to Sunzor to check out the surf and maybe camp there, but it was kind of just a mushy straight hinder wave, so we've decided to head forward on the journey. Spot called Mango's Point and see if we can't
Well, we were all headed down to the beach to go play in the surf and have a little fun. And Amy slipped on the trail that goes down to the beach and rolled her ankle. So she's laid up in the hammock.
Hey, that's pretty painful. I've never rolled my ankle this bad before.
24 hours later.
Matt decided to go ahead and join me in being crippled. What'd you do today, Matt?
I got ran over by another surfer and their fin hit me like right in the hip and busted me open.
I think you should show us. It's kind of borderline whether it needs stitches, but consensus is that it'll heal faster. It's kind of like just deep enough and just wide enough that it's probably a good idea. Bye, Jogger!
Bye-bye. Have a good trip.
See you guys.
You're gonna have
Get
to-
out of here. You said you don't like
Is
to drive
Jagger
out.
driving you into town now?
Yeah. We are headed to a Unimedic to get Matt's hip stitched up, and then we've decided to move to a camp spot in El Cuco that's got some Wi-Fi, so we can hopefully at least get some work done while both of us are crippled. Man, if Christina at Rancho Mango didn't tell us how to find this place, never would have found it. It is just like completely disguised. There's a little sign that's super faded out on the front of the road, but it's just plain brick like this. Just nothing. I don't know.
Only a small cut. It's nothing, like I'm not in any danger or anything. It's barely bleeding at all. But
Where's the drama and suspense, Matt?
they just want it to heal properly and hopefully not get infected.
Yeah.
No se le va a dar puntos porque la heridita es muy pequeña. ¿Sí?
Okay, see. No stitches.
No stitches?
Just gonna clean it.
Okay.
He's loving it.
It's you, not me this time. Normally it's always me.
Is she arts and crafting a stair strip?
She might be. Yeah, she did. She made you a custom steri strip. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
She's just got a little antibiotic cream, I guess. Christina, our host, told us that the clinic was free, but I don't know, it's still really hard to believe it when they actually give you stuff. It's not just that they kind of fixed them up, but they gave us an antibiotic cream and some ibuprofen, which if we went to the pharmacy, that stuff wouldn't have been like really expensive, but just the fact that if you need it, you can get it for free at a clinic if a doctor actually prescribes it to you.
It's crazy because we're Americans. We don't understand
Well, we arrived at this place that I'm not even going to try to say the name because it's really long and all the words are not normal words for me. But it looks pretty nice. It's pretty shaded, lots of coconut trees. It's 251 days to travel for us today. We are still in El Cuco, El Salvador, and we are still injured. As you can see, Matt is limping. I spent the entire day in a hammock with my leg above my heart with ice bottles on and off for 20 minutes, and Matt laid in bed and edited episode 12. And so yeah, that's our super exciting time in El Cuco, El Salvador. You okay? Am I walking too fast?
No, I'm just waiting for you to be done so I can ask you if you want to eat here or...
Oh yeah, that place looks kind of good. Side Street Cafe. God, Matt, you're such a piggy. Look, you got 5. No, just kidding. Come on. Alright, so we just had another night of pupusas and we got ourselves some ice cream. We're having a little date night. Look, the cows are having a date night too. A little evening stroll. Well, we've been debating it for days what to do since my ankle is still pretty hurt and I probably shouldn't be doing any like 3 or 4 hour hiking right now, and that's all we had planned for Honduras. It's the weekend, the swell kind of died, so Matt said that he's not as interested in going back to Punta Mango. And we just said like, okay, let's go meet our friends in Nicaragua. And we were like, well, should we leave today and do 1 border today, Honduras? Or should we try to leave first thing in the morning and do 2 borders? We decided we're gonna leave today. And just after we made that decision, look at all these people. A huge bus, just full of people just showed up. So we are not regretting our decision at all. So yes, I'm just cooking up leftovers from last night. We had rice and beans and I had made some fish tacos, and since we were kind of like, we might leave tomorrow, I just cooked all the fish, so we have a little bit of leftovers, and we're just gonna have this little mash I made, pack up, go to the store and get some more copies made of vehicle registration, that kind of stuff, and go and cross the Honduras border today. Wish us luck!
Awkward thumbs up. Next time on the Traveling Together Journal, we attempt to stay sane while limping our way across 2 international borders in 2 days. Hey guys, thanks for joining us on those adventures in El Salvador. I've got some exciting news. We were a recent guest on GHT Overland Podcast. They do interviews of overland travelers to gain insight from their experiences, and our interview was going to be released in a 2-part series. The first part's already out, and the second part's going to be released on Thursday. So check the description box of this video for those links, and give it a listen next time you're on a drive or wrenching in the garage. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.